What's up guys, it's Barrett's Music, and today we're going to talk about the bass line from Stand By Me. So the bass line isn't just a bass line, it's actually all about the major scale. And so in this case, we're in the key of A major, all right? So you got your 5th fret on the low E and the 7th fret of the D string. So your A major scale would be 2nd finger, 5th fret, pinky, 7th fret, 1st finger, 4th fret, 2nd finger, 5th fret, pinky, 7th, 1st finger, 4th fret, 3rd finger, 6th fret, and then pinky, 7th fret. And as you're doing it, you can kind of walk a little bit like this, because you know bass frets are kind of big. So it's kind of like this whirling motion. See how my wrist is kind of whirling back and forth like that? And it allows my fingers, even though this isn't comfortable, to be comfortable as they move. All right. Because typically you always want to be behind the fret or behind the bar. So the way you get that sound and the way you do it comfortably is by swirling. Now, the riff is actually going to start with the high A on the D string 7th fret. So you do 7, 7, 7 on A, 6, 7. But let's talk about what's actually going on, because it's in the key of A major, right? So you have, this is called your root. So if you think about your scale, you want to practice it to where you can think about it in what's called scale degrees, because the root of the scale is the A, because it's an A major scale. So we call that the root, or the 1st scale degree. 2nd scale degree, 3rd scale degree, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and back to the root. So you can actually think of this in scale degrees. So root, this would be 5, 7, root, 5, 7, root, and then root 7, 6, that's a 6th, 6, 6, 5, 6, 6. Now we're not talking about frets, okay? Don't get confused. We're talking about scale degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 6, 5, 5, 5, 7, 1, 1, 5, 7, 1, 1, 1, 7, 6, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 4, 6, 5, 5, 5, 7, 1. So why is this important to think of it this way based on the scale? Because that also outlines your chords, all right? So you're basically starting with your, your A chord, obviously your root, then you're working your way down to your 6th chord, but you could also play the root here. All right, so your 1st chord is your A, then it goes to the F sharp minor, which is your 6, then it goes to your 4 chord, which in this case is a D major chord, to your 5 chord, which is an E chord, back to your 1 chord eventually, which is an A. So 1, to a 6, to a 4 chord, to a 5 chord, back to 1. Now why is that important to know? Well, if you know your relationship of the key and the chords that you're playing, then you can play your roots in different places. You can also know what licks will work and what won't. Like if I'm just playing around. So practically speaking, would you really do that? No, you wouldn't. The main reason why is because it's already a cool bass line. I mean, you don't really need to change this bass line at all. That's why the entire time the song is going, you hear this bass line, because it doesn't need to be changed, right? But we can learn things from it. We can learn basically how a bassist could think about this riff and benefit from it in a music theory, just practical, major scale kind of way of thinking about bass. Because anytime you're writing a bass line or you're trying to figure out a bass line, it's generally going to be in a key, major or minor, and you can go off your scale and figure out what scale degrees that the chords are based on in the song, and you can kind of go from there and create your bass line. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.